Hey, Eric.
Hey, Chris.
Speaking of the RealNet voice.
Yeah. Well, that in our previous episode.
I hope you listened to the last one. If not, go back and please do that. I was playing Jackbox Party Pack 5 a couple weekends ago.
As we all do, right?
As we all do. One of the games on there is called Robot vs. City. And the concept of this game is that it's like Mad Libs, and also you're doing a battle rap against your friends.
Okay, yeah.
And you get a prompt, and you fill in a blank, and then you have to come up with a rhyming verse in order to complete your battle rap, and then the robots read them to you back.
Yeah.
One of the goddamn voices is the initializing RealNet voice.
I am honored by this information. I also wish I was more than just information.
Oh, wow.
And it fucked me up.
Really?
Yes, because you can't mistake that voice, right?
I know. Well, like it's funny you mentioned that because of all the voices that I got, like in the initial first season, I was going everywhere for different voice sounds. And that was from like this really obscure website with very ancient HTML, and it barely works.
Wow.
It's Justin at FakeNet. Where do I get the Justin voice?
Initializing FakeNet.
It can be found on the internet at ttsmp3.com.
How am I not real?
Wow. Do you want to hear my robot battle rap? My favorite one I did.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. You're so tiny, you look like a gerbil. If you were in Thundercats, you'd be a Robert Burble.
You're so tiny.
You look like a gerbil.
If you were in Thundercats,
you'd be Robert Burble.
I want to flip the table. I'm not going to because all your stuff's here. I don't know who Robert Burble is because of your robot list, Chris.
Yeah, no one got the joke.
No, I would have. Had I been there, I would have gotten your joke, Chris, and I would have pissed all over the floor just to honor you.
Yeah, thank you. You want to hear some hot sounds?
Yeah.
All right. Welcome to Retrograded Media, a comprehensive podcast where we discuss classic Japanese role-playing games, chapter by chapter, beat by beat. This is the Season 4, the only Season 4 we'll ever do.
There's 2 Season 4s, don't believe you, go ahead.
It's Suikoden 2. My name's Chris, I'm joined by Eric. Hello.
Hey.
Hi, nice to see you. We're also joined by the RealNet, a collective of patrons who are listening to us record live. Hello, RealNet, and thank you for your support. You too can do this at patreon.com/retroam.
We're also joined by the FakeNet, our post-production AI companion, freshly back from her fecal vacation, who can't stop coming up with missions for Zack and Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion.
Initializing FakeNet.
I am unable to distinguish between game content that has material value and game content that takes up space as a checklist.
Welcome back, FakeNet.
I never left Shithead, I just pretended not to be here.
Thanks for all those side quests, I guess. I'm not going to play that game.
No, I mean, not until we're compelled to. I don't think you should.
No, I'm not going to play it.
I liked it a long time ago. I'm compulsively playing it now. That means it's good.
Okay, good. Well, would you like to compulsively explore Rockaxe Town? Because we left off because we're in the middle of this whole knightdom situation right now where we're trying to check in on our boy Miklotov before he gets himself killed, I think.
Right, before he gets his soul sucked.
He's about to get his soul sucked.
Yeah.
A small child who I meet first says, "Are you a visitor here? The inn is just ahead on this road. Are you really just visiting? If you're lying, they'll kill you." This is what all rule-obsessed people do. This is what being obsessed with rules comes down to, is just life or death terms.
Yes.
And this town is organized kind of weird, at least relative to other towns.
Mm-hmm.
And I do like how Suikoden 2 continues to add just a little bit more character than the first game did to all of its towns.
Yes.
Like something unique in every town.
Mm-hmm.
First I go to the appraisal shop, because it's in the first screen.
Yes. This is broken out into 2 small screens. Yeah, there's a lady in here that says that the market for antiques is still strong here.
That's good, Chris.
So and appraisers get a lot of business.
There's a violence rune in the bookcase. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I love violence.
Me too. What's
runes.
it do?
I don't remember.
Me neither. I'm not going to use it.
Yeah.
Initializing FakeNet.
You incurious balls will never realize the violence rune allows the wearer to become berserk after they lose half their hit points, and then attack on the next turn is multiplied by 3. Which stacks with the berserk status.
Dude back here questions whether the Fake Nuts army is reliable after what happened in Muse in Greenhill.
Huh.
I was like, come on, man, we run 2 rivers, man.
Yeah.
Power of the races united.
Yeah, we did that. Come on.
That's all before I went to Rockaxe proper?
There's a younger girl in a green dress that says that Lord's Camus.
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 Of course, if we've been corrected, yes.
and Miklotov are very kind to them, but she despises Lord Gerudo. Everybody hates Gerudo. They never really say why, but I think we know why. Right?
Everyone hates their boss, Chris.
That's true. I like my boss. Trading post is locked right now, by the way.
Chris, yes, of course. I know you love your boss. I'm sorry. You can tell me how you really feel after we're done recording.
No,
I know.
She's great.
Shh, I know.
So, any more NPCs outside you want to talk to in this first screen?
Not in the first screen.
I got a red knight who says they want to fight Highland, but the captain's orders are absolute. They took a vow.
That's right. You can't dishonor your vows or you besmirch your honor.
Items out here. You want to inspect some items?
Yeah, let me look at the wall.
Ready? A barrel full of plants, a jar full of water, a barrel full of holly berries, a barrel full of plants, a box full of fine china, a box full of books, a barrel full of plants, a barrel full of vegetables, a jar full of water, a barrel full of plants, a barrel full of plants.
You missed the DK Jungle Beat bongos for the GameCube. They were also out here, Chris.
Cool. Old lady in an orange scarf and a green dress says this town is full of knights. It's the only
shit.
It's the only safe place around. You know,
she loves living with the cops.
We can see the cops.
Right.
There's cops in our neighborhood, so it's safe, right?
Right, of course. Nothing bad happens
here.
Yeah,
they're definitely going to be working on their day off.
It's not white collar crime.
What?
They're not going to be working on
It's true. They're not.
I know.
Want to go to the bottom screen now?
Uh-huh.
Okay. There's a blue knight. Oh, yeah, we get a scene,
There's a
right?
scene. The camera pans down to reveal Miklotov arguing with two blue knights, one of which is saying it's a suicide to leave Muse alone.
Did you call him Miklotov on purpose?
Yes.
Okay.
I have it. It's like the Green Hill Zone where I add zone sometimes for flavor.
Yes.
Miklotov says he'll be careful, but he needs to see what's going on in Muse. He tells these fools he's counting on them, then leaves. And Chris, if I were a knight breaking my vows to go on a reconnaissance mission, I would do it under the cover of night and tell no one.
Yes. Well, you know, the knights, they're very...
If you get so pissed off, do you just do whatever you want? Like, is that...
Well, you know, knights, they're very in tune with valor and honor, but also with process.
Mm.
Like, there's always a process. When you leave, you got to tell somebody, and you can't break that process.
It's like having to ask the teacher to go to the bathroom when you get to college, and you don't have to do that anymore because you can just leave.
Yes.
NPCs?
Old man on a bench.
I love him.
I enjoy watching this town from here. It doesn't look like it ever changes, but bit by bit, it does change, and I love to see it.
I've been on plenty of cliffsides where there's old men on benches, and I haven't spoken to any of them. Spoken to any of them, but I guarantee you in Santa Monica, they would have said that.
Yeah, they probably would have. We should talk to more old men on benches.
Okay, yeah, let's try it.
They'd probably love it.
Next time we're at a park together, we'll find an old man on a bench, and we'll interview him.
Okay.
Little kid says there's a secret passage that links this town to the castle, and I'm like, hell yeah, we're going to use that soon. Thanks, kid.
There's probably going to be some, zombie slugs in there or something.
Zombie slugs. Late night. That's all the interesting NPCs before I started going in houses.
By the way, there's a cart piled with boxes out here. Lots of trade going on around here. I got some more items. A basket full of fruit, a stool, a barrel full of plants.
Wait, stool or a stool?
A stool. A barrel full of plants, a barrel full of fruit, a barrel full of salt, a barrel full of fruit, a barrel full of salt, a jar of rainwater.
A jar of rainwater.
Riveting content, Eric.
Interesting that you're copying down with your time.
I mean, now that I've got dictation that works really well.
Okay, we're just going to get full of salt.
Yeah.
Great. NPC house on the left. Old man sitting in a chair says the knighthood was established to protect the city-state with help from Muse. I think now is the time to repay that debt. So, honestly, I don't think I'm opposed to the idea of cop city for the entire country.
Okay.
Only if it's just the cops that live in the city and I can go live in like a copless city? ?
It's a tough question, Eric.
Yeah. I think it's an experiment we should try, Chris.
Yeah. Just copless city.
Opening up my perspective, Chris.
Yes.
Lady in the bedroom says it's difficult to live off supplies imported from the grasslands.
Yes.
Chris, what are the grasslands?
The grassland is one of the primary locations where Suikoden 3 takes place.
Good.
And also there is some politicking going on with the grasslands later in this video game, so we'll talk about it later.
Okay, cool. Table setting. Upstairs, a kid is upset that Grandpa wants to get involved in more war. Old men love getting involved in more war.
Do they?
Well, they love, making others do the war.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I got for that house. Armor item store?
Yeah, let's go in there.
A lady wandering around says her husband and father are rivals, but she can't see why their respective item store and armor store have to compete. And if you talk to the item store guy and the armor store guy, they'll talk shit about each other about which product is more important.
Yeah. When I was shopping in here, I noticed something interesting about Meg.
Did she party out or something?
No. I just noticed what she comes pre-equipped with.
Oh yeah, what's that?
She has a lucky ring, which you cannot remove at all. But she also has in her pockets anchovy pizza and French toast.
I mean, little kids do have a bunch of fucked up shit in their pockets. So
there's a strong as piss guy back here too. Did you talk to him?
No, I didn't get any piss.
He says that it's rough having to move cargo for the armor in the general store by himself, but it pays well. And now I'm wondering if every strong as piss guy in this entire game is talking about moving boxes and shit.
I mean, that's the primary way to get strong as piss is to move boxes.
Also, he won't let us go downstairs, and I wonder if that downstairs is connected to the secret passage out of the city.
Possibility for later.
Yeah,
sure,
maybe, or maybe it's just one of those places they didn't like
render.
Render's not the right word, but
create,
put,
implement.
Yeah. Where to next, Eric?
The inn. A person at a table speaks for me and says, "I hate not knowing what tomorrow will bring."
Yeah. Me too, buddy.
According to the guide I used, LL Chan, who is Wakaba's master.
LC Chan.
I'm sorry. LL Bean will be at the inn, but not if you bring Wakaba, and I brought Wakaba.
I brought Wakaba as well, so I did not have Master LC Chan. Later, I took Wakaba out and came back here and talked to LC Chan, so we'll have that content later.
Excellent. Chris, is there a Clive event here?
Clive incident number 5. Bad ending and good ending, because I reset my game and reset my clock so I could get the good ending later. So
clock blockers.
Yes. Clive walks in here, party's out. He says, "Hey, do you know a tall woman with blonde hair?" This dude's like, "What?" I don't.
What are you talking about?
Clive asks again. The guy then says, "That's right. Some woman I'd never seen before came in here. Great butt, I'll say."
Hell yeah.
But when I tried to talk to her, she suddenly kicked us down and then whipped out this magic object that blew off my beautiful mustache.
A mustache-blowing object.
And derby hat. It's a Brack Show reference. Sorry.
I like candy.
No way to forget that. Clive asks if they remember where she went. This dude doesn't seem to remember, and Clive asks if he's going to need to blow off the other half of his mustache. He wants to blow off the other half of his mustachio. He's going to do it. He then tells me that if it had come 58 days ago or so, he'd remember where she went. Eric, I always remember how many days ago I forgot something.
Okay.
It's true. That's how memory works. So then I reset my game.
You safe stated your brain.
Yes.
Yeah.
I reset my game and loaded a Game Shark code to put my clock back down under.
So you just got the too much time naturally, and now you are cheating the universe to get the correct destiny.
You have to get here in under 14 hours in order for this to occur.
Not going to
So
happen.
everything plays out exactly the same up until that last line. He says, "She went to Radat Town." Oh. And then Clive says, "Radat. I'll get her this time." Then he tells Rio we need to go to Radat. So we'll do that later.
Hang on, Clive. We've got more important things to do.
Yes.
And then we go southeast of Rockaxe, and we're supposed to go to Muse so that Miklotov can satisfy his curiosity. But we stop at the highway village.
Eric, you missed something important.
What's that?
We have new world map music.
Oh, we do?
Yes.
Didn't know. What is it?
To a more distant place.
Okay.
Also known as Even Farther.
I fought some bad guys out here, but did you?
No, I straight clean
wow.
trip.
I fought some phantoms. Ben Affleck, the bomb and phantoms.
That's right.
Yo, those are those disappearing warrior guys that like phase in and phase out and slash you. Also some pink birds, which are those Kirby, they look like Kirby flamingos a little bit. They suck you up.
What is a Kirby flamingo?
It's a flamingo that sucks you up and chews you and spits you out.
I thought all flamingos did that.
True.
Terrifying birds.
I'm told by the guy that those pink birds drop sliff runes and skunk runes, but I didn't get any. So
I don't want any of that.
Sorry.
Stinks.
Yeah, let's go to Highway Village. It's about halfway between the border and Rockaxe.
And when you know, there's a big road going right through the middle of Highway Village.
Yes, it works out pretty well.
Music, if you listen carefully, plays.
I thought it was Hersai.
Faking that, tell us the correct answer.
You're probably right, Eric.
Okay, I'm probably right, Eric.
You sure are.
You can call me that from now on. Okay. Probably right, Eric.
I can sing the song right now, but I can't carry
Sing
a tune.
the song. I'm going to overlay it.
I can't carry
Why'd
a tune.
you fucking say you could sing the song if you're not going to do it?
I can't do it.
I can't do it.
Do I have to leave the room?
I can't do it. I can't do it.
You just tried it. You just tried it. You, come on, do more. Come on, Wario. More notes out.
I can't do it.
Piece of shit.
No, I can't. I'm out of missiles.
I don't have any family.
I can't do it. I'm under too much pressure.
Well, what if I don't do the podcast anymore unless you do it? How about that kind of pressure, Chris?
I can't do it. I can't do it. Can't do it.
Please.
This is not happening. We're not doing that.
Find something to believe in and find it for yourself. And when you do, pass it on to the future.
Can we just explore town, please?
Can we explore the town, please?
It's a country town,
Release me from this hell.
Dirt roads, wooden fences, lots of carts, haystacks.
Yeah, try and continue on. I'll remember that shit.
Stuff like that.
Eric will remember this.
Cobblestone buildings, paths, people too.
NPCs. Lady says this is a town where traders stay on their way from the grasslands to Muse, and Chris will not sing the goddamn song, so she's upset.
Yes.
A burly guy thinks the knights are cowards for not rescuing Muse, just like Chris when he doesn't sing the song.
Yeah.
He even heard a rumor that the kingdom is
Oh.
just rounding up refugees who didn't sing.
Yeah, this man has no sleeves, by the way.
A guy here with a milk cart selling a bunch of milk, which is good for your throat when you sing. An old man mentions monsters up in the Rakutay Mountains.
Yeah.
You know what kind of singing you do in mountains, Chris? Yodeling. I've seen those commercials.
It's true. It's true.
Will we ever go to what the Rakutay Mountains are? I think we will.
Yes.
A little boy wants to sell me a calf for 7,000 potch, which is also Chris's asking price to sing.
Yes.
I do it, and I buy a calf.
Same.
A little girl heard Futch.
Fucking Futch?
Fucking Futch is staying at the end singing songs.
How did you feel about that when you saw that name? Did you know he was in this game?
No, I didn't. I had no idea. So I was genuinely surprised that she said Futch. And I was like, all right, cool. Because, we always explore NPCs before we go in buildings.
Yes.
Then I started going in buildings. Any more NPCs for you?
There's the strongest pissman out here, but
right,
he just told us where Rockax Castle was. Yeah, some items out here. There's a barrel full of sugar, a barrel full of cheese, a cart loaded with milk, a milk bottle, a baled straw, sage plant, wine barrel, and a barrel full of whiskey. Did you talk about the guy who says that if you don't transport milk quickly, it'll turn into cheese all by itself?
No, I didn't.
Did you say that?
No, I didn't.
Is that true?
I think if you just leave milk out, what the fuck happens?
It's not just going to turn to cheese. You have to do something to it, right? And there's a process there.
Have you ever left milk in your refrigerator too long and it starts chunking up and smelling like foul beasts?
That's not cheese. That's foul beast.
Is cheese not befouled milk?
Okay.
We have a solution for this that you're not even asking.
Fake net. What happens if I leave milk out too long? Will it become cheese?
Initializing fake net.
While we think of cheese as an elegant snack, it's also just the controlled spoilage of milk. It's milk's leap to immortality. It's dried out milk solids. It's milk jerky. If you've ever left milk in your fridge for long enough to curdle, you've made a rudimentary and not very tasty form of cheese.
All right. I like how you looked at that thing to clarify.
It's where it lives. Item shop?
Yeah.
There's a
wagon wheel outside, by the way.
Miklotov was here, and now the item store kid wants to be a knight. And Chris, I have a question for you. How many times were you approached by army recruiters when you were a young boy?
Oh, God. You know what I have in my notes here?
What?
Eric, have you ever been recruited by the army?
That shit happen all the time.
Is that a one-winged angel moment, Eric? Yes, I did get recruited by the army at one point in time.
We all did.
Also, this whole thing about the kid wanting to be a knight.
Yeah.
Don't let your kid be a cop for Halloween.
No, absolutely not.
Don't do it.
Unless it's like a space cop or something like that, right? Like if you want to be Odo for Halloween, I think that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't be a terrestrial cop.
Okay. I buy rabbit plans and a recipe from the rare finds.
Yeah, I love rabbit plans. I got all these plans for my rabbits.
Then I go to the trading post. I bought a candle to help me with my budget.
Yeah.
It's a drill joke, thanks. Lots of people here seem to be encouraging buying shit at low in certain towns and selling high in others.
Yeah. Guy says his father says he'd pay anything for native costumes, which is weird.
Uh-oh.
Guy says candles are cheap here. Help my family this time.
I do the same thing. Dumbass.
Why are we so fucking stupid? Yeah, Milk House. Let's go there.
This dude's buddy Kent is friends with the real Dragon Knight now.
Yeah.
Kent transports milk to Rockaxe. That's Kent's job.
Yeah, he's a milk transportman.
I would like if the knights are all addicted to milk and this is somehow the only source. Like if Kent's just like their drugman, it's like the only beverage they're allowed that's not like room temperature water.
Kent's dad, however, wants to scold Kent because he's been goofing off lately.
Yeah.
In his exploits with Futch, I think.
Yeah.
Also, there's a stove in here.
NPC house far right. Who's this dude's dad?
What?
His dad's a red knight.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But he hasn't come home in a while. The daughter is also wondering what's up, why the red knight father hasn't stopped by. Then I went to the appraiser.
Uh-huh.
A little kid says his grandmother knows by his face that he'll be a great man once he gets big. Chris, I love the wisdom of grandmothers, and I mean that sincerely.
Oh, yes, I agree.
Like, how do you reach age 65 and not be a cynical bastard? I don't know if I can do it, but I know grandmas can do it.
Mm-hmm.
The grandmother is here. I talked to her. She senses we're so young but so troubled. She can read it in our faces.
Oh, I can see it in your face. I can feel it in your bones.
Then I go to the inn.
Yeah. As we enter, fucking Futch, are you serious? Comes running through, apologizing for being in a hurry.
Bumps into me.
Episode Futch begins. We take a few steps up, and when it pans to the side, it's fucking Humphrey!
Humphrey's here, too. I didn't necessarily think Humphrey was going to be like Futch's travel buddy.
Well, if you remember, after Futch got kicked out of the Dragon Knights, Joshua asked Humphrey to take care of him.
Okay, so I should have remembered that.
Yes.
Excellent.
From
no, completely forgot about
the
that.
previous video game, yes. And he, of course, said he would do so.
Humphrey is Blair Witching the wall.
Yeah, he's staring at the wall, probably thinking about dots. A lady named Lucy comes through. She's
named but not portraited,
yes.
right?
There you are, Sir Humphrey. Say, would you like to go outside where it's warmer? Humphrey says, no. This is fine. Sorry I've stayed here for so long. Lucy tells him not to worry about it. She says he's promptly paid for his lodging, and she knows the war is a problem for all travelers. Well, it's Harmonia you're heading for, Sir Humphrey. I guess the roads are closed because of the war.
Humphrey does seem like a guy to pay like 6 weeks in advance or some shit. Just in case.
For sure. Humphrey says yes, followed by about 17 dots.
Yeah.
Lucy goes back to the counter.
I have control.
Yes. Guy at the table says, there is a library in Harmonia's Crystal Valley called the Great Shrine. Lots of people searching for knowledge head there.
That's where I go when I need knowledge.
Mm-hmm. We've talked about Harmonia previously a little bit. The maid here says that Sir Humphrey sure is quiet, but not in a cold sort of way.
Can you be quiet and not cold?
Yeah.
The perception, though, is always that you're a cold bastard.
You can
right?
be perceived as cold, but that doesn't necessarily mean that
doesn't
you are.
reflect my heart, Chris.
Yes, yes.
I'll walk over to Humphrey. He spits dots.
Full line.
Yep.
It then fades out. We get another Futch perspective.
That's right.
The second one.
Futch me up,
in
hon.
the duology.
Yeah. He's talking to Kent behind some haystacks out next to the milk. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's like...
Futch tells this dude he's late. Asks where he's been. Kent, named but not portraited, says his mom caught him and made him help with chores.
Chores.
Futch seems to be confused by the word chores. Kent asks if Futch was a dragon knight, and Futch replies, yeah, 9th rank, just the dragon knight apprentice. Kent proceeds to be very impressed by this riding through the sky in a dragon shit.
Yeah, I am too.
Futch is into it. Of course, I was born in a dragon cave. I've spent more time in the skies than on the ground.
When he says born in a dragon cave, do you think that is just a mistranslation or a miss in the localization where it should have just said, I was born in Dragon's Den?
I don't think so, because Futch enjoys playing it up. Like, he is a disgraced dragon knight, but this kid doesn't know that. This kid just knows that he was a dragon knight, and Futch, is, I think, seeking that honor and glory once again with his storyline in this game. And, any kind of opportunity to relive that and even, make the legend come true for this harmless little boy who he doesn't know he's inspiring to do dangerous things right now.
Yeah.
So I think that is a mistranslation, but I think it also plays very well.
Cool.
Futch, unsolicited, offers proof. He brandishes a dragon scale. Kent asks to see it so he can show it to his mom. Futch lets the kid do it.
This would be like if I gave my dog's ashes to you to show your mom.
I would love to do that, Chris.
Yeah, I don't have
The dog's not dead yet, but once that happens...
My last dog's dead, but I don't have the ashes.
Okay, I can bring my dead cat's ashes next time and show it to your kids. You mean to do that?
I mean, you can if you want, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Okay. Futch continues to use Kent as a therapist, telling Kent that his dragon Black died. Quote, he died protecting me. A dragon without a dragon is nothing. I can't go back to Dragon Cave. I can't fly.
Dragon's Den?
Kent hits him with dots. Then is like, wait, aren't you and Humphrey on a quest to find a new dragon?
Oh.
Kent hypes his boy, telling him he needs to get that dragon and come back and give Kent a ride.
Patreon.com/RetroAM. Panzer Dragoon Saga, $5.
You're first in line when that happens. Futch makes it a promise.
Yeah, it's a promise. We fade out.
Who's gaming who here?
Oh, I think this is a genuine little friendship. Futch has been Dragon Knight, assuming his whole life, because it's not like they sent him back to his family.
Yeah, but now he's just chasing the dream of a dragon that doesn't exist and palling around with the milk boy at the local highway town.
Yeah, I mean, if you've spent your whole life in service of an immortal man with a dragon rune, then maybe you just want to pal around with the milk boy.
Joshua's immortal?
He is the dragon rune is a true rune.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Ted. Back at the inn, back to Humphrey, back to Dots. We get a choice. So where are you from? Weather sure is nice today, huh? Or Dots. What'd you give him?
Where are you from?
I gave him Dots.
Oh, Humphrey hits me with some dots.
Hit me with Dots too. We get a choice. Where are you going? My, what a big sword. Or Dots.
First one. Where are you going?
I hit him with Dots.
What's he say?
Dots.
Oh, I got Harmonia.
Oh shit, you got a nice
one word answer.
Humphrey volleys back with more dots. We get a choice. Why Harmonia? Or think it'll be nice tomorrow?
What'd you pick?
Or Dots. I picked Dots.
He just gave you dots?
Yes. He said to look for dragons.
Yeah, me too.
Lucy comes back, notices we're having quite a talk. She asks if I want to stay here tonight. Humphrey moves to leave, stops briefly in front of Lucy, then departs. Lucy tells me that Humphrey said talking to us was, quote, nice, and to express his gratitude, he's paid for our room later. Fade to black.
Nice, Humphrey. What a guy.
I go upstairs. There's a dog man in a room. He tells us about the multiple kobold towns.
Yeah, he's like a business dog. He's got a briefcase and a hat and everything.
He's an arf when he talks.
Yeah. He says that there's a kobold town south of the state, and there's even one in Torin. Eric, who you got? Gengen or Kuramimi?
Kuramimi. He was more of a novelty.
He's more shaggy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it was like, oh my God, there's a dog. Now it's like, oh, there's another dog.
I like Gengen.
Yeah, I know you do, buddy.
Something about Gengen. Go downstairs.
The next morning, there's no music. I find Humphrey near his wall and thank him. He says, never mind.
His wall.
I go back outside. Music, if you listen carefully, resumes. There's a scene by the milk cart. Kent appears to be asking about Rakutay Mountain.
Yes, he's speaking with a farmer guy.
The guy tells Kent that his buddy heard there was a dragon up there, and his wife's brother's mom's wife's brother's uncle said he saw a dragon shadow in the clouds.
Yeah, Kent's amped about this. He's got to go see this for his goddamn self.
He believes this shit.
Yes, for sure. The farmer tries to stop him because the mountain is full of monsters, but
he's gone.
It's no good.
Can't do it.
No missiles.
I go tell Humphrey about Kent's dipshittery. Despite never mentioning Kent before, Humphrey asks, did he go somewhere?
I think Humphrey already knows what's going on.
Oh, yeah. He's just letting Futch make friends, whatever.
Yeah.
We get a choice. I'm a little worried, or, yeah, let's go.
I'm worried.
I tell him I'm worried too. And Futch wanders in, asks where the milk boy went. Humphrey doesn't say a thing and returns to face the wall, praying for the Blair Witch. I go upstairs and find Futch in bed.
Yeah.
He says, I'm tired. Let's do it later. I'm like, sure. I stayed another night for free, despite just staying the night a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
I head downstairs as music Sedition plays.
Uh-oh.
And most of the local townsfolk are at the front desk.
Yeah, Ken didn't come home last night, so we're having a town meeting.
That's right, at the front desk. Futch faces the reality that Kent is not here. Lucy says it's not like Kent, this impressionable kid, to run away. The straw hot milk tank guy exclamation points and moves for the door. What?
Yeah, okay.
Straw hat milk tank guy.
Okay.
Not hot. We get a choice. That kid or Dots.
I said, that kid.
I dotted him. Fuck it.
Oh, okay. Well, the farmer hops in my case.
Humphrey asks that guy or me if he knows something. Dude gets frazzled. It cuts and the main characters have moved to the interrogating a straw hat dude near one of the tables.
Yes.
He speaks. It's just a rumor, but Kent couldn't stop talking about dragons, and someone said they saw one at Mount Rakutay. Lucy hops, exclaiming about all the monstars there. Futch comes clean, realizing this is all his fault for telling Kent all about Black. Black is the name of Futch's dragon.
Yes.
Humphrey tells Futch, let's go, dude. We gotta go save this asshole. We get a choice. To return the favor, I'll come, or Dots.
Oh, come, guys. I like Humphrey.
I'm in.
Let's do it.
If you hit him with Dots, though, you can meet them later at the top of that mountain.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Futch is like, who the hell are you?
Yeah.
Lucy tells him, we're Humphrey's new friends. Futch can't believe that shit. Humphrey, though, thanks me.
Futch's reply there is a banger, I will say. He says, Humphrey has friends? It's pretty funny.
It's a great question.
It's good. Yeah.
It's like on your emotionless father.
Yeah.
You figure out he plays cards with his friends every Tuesday.
When Humphrey thanks us for our help, he also calls Rio Lord Rio. Do you think that Humphrey knows who Rio is and just isn't verbally acknowledging it?
I think Humphrey does, but he doesn't give a shit.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, he's already been in the service of Tyr McDohl.
Right.
And
surely this lord is not better than
at one point he was in service of Barbarossa, so he's had plenty of lords. So
Humphrey and Futch joined the party. Who'd you kick out?
Megan Gadget. Get the fuck out of here, Megan Gadget.
I kicked out Hicks and Wakaba. I kept Tengar, though.
Oh,
She's
okay.
mine.
Okay.
I go sell all of their clothes and buy fire emblems.
Yeah, the guy said I should buy fire emblems for everybody. I don't know why.
I don't know. It's because you can't leave town, I think, at this point, or go back home and
Oh,
get them better clothes.
okay.
Or you can't de-equip. I don't know.
I did it. The boss is kind of strong, so maybe that's why.
Then we go to Rakutay Mountain, which is up north. Am I pronouncing what's your read on that?
Rakutay?
Word?
Rakutay?
Right.
Yeah, let's do it.
Rakutay.
Yeah. It's just wind noises up here, though.
Windy wind.
Lots of fog. Humphrey,
Mountain of the
by the
wind.
way, if you do try to come here earlier, you get kicked out automatically because of the
Killer fog.
The mist fog.
There is
yeah.
a haze flowing over the screen.
Yes.
We get there. Humphrey and Futch step out to declare our mission, but then there's a flash. Futch seems to think there is a magic barrier he thinks we can't cross. He wonders what we should do. He tries to summon Black, his dead dragon, for help.
Yeah, he's like praying to the... Is he even their scale or something?
Yeah. Well, he doesn't have the scale. Kent has a scale, right?
But the scale... Well, if Kent's here, the scale's here.
Okay, good point.
Okay.
Some maroon shit then dings, and
Yeah.
music Pimped 2 plays.
Pimpa, 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 pimpa.
And the mist recedes. Futch is like, whoa, dog, did you see that? Humphrey recognizes the rune's power, and we're off.
When Humphrey says something about the rune's power, I got confused because I don't think a rune was being...
Maybe Humphrey saw the shit on my hand
Used.
and assumed I did it.
Oh,
'Cause
maybe.
I don't know if it's ambiguous that the dragon scale actually has magic powers, or if Rio's shit just did this.
Oh, and they're just assigning Black scale the magical power. Interesting. Okay, well, neither one of those guys, meaning Humphrey and Futch, had any runes equipped, so I hightailed it back to Rockaxe to the rune shop to try to buy some runes to put on them. They didn't have any good runes to put on them, so I just walked back.
Well, you don't need runes in this game. You can just hit attack over and over.
Okay. Well, it is nice the main character's a healer, so I always have a healer with me.
Yes, of course. I have that. I use the heal. I don't want to use consumable items that I need to replace later.
You might need those. So this is a rather large mountain dungeon. So
I'm glad we're not in fucking forest.
Yeah, we spent a lot of time in the goddamn forest. So I found some things up through here.
What'd you find?
Thunder Runner, Fur Cape, Unicorn Plans 2, Dragon Plan 2, Thunder Amulet, Stone of Power.
I have so many plans. I'm like, what are these plans for? They're taking up space. I'm running out of space.
Give them to Barb. Ruh.
I'm out of space there, too.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, I mean, all the runes I found, I've got on Barbara.
Did you fight some guys?
Yeah, I fought an assassin.
Yeah, Cyber Ninja.
Goblin Blancaman. Purple pants, orange hair, bug faces.
Yeah.
But I guess it could be cyber faces, too.
Yeah.
Hawkman.
Yes. I love how they fly your guys off. Did you notice that? They'll like grab your guy and just pull him out of battle.
Them grab me.
Huh?
They did not grab me.
They didn't grab you at all?
I killed them before they grabbed me.
Okay, I thought it was kind of funny. Also, they do Liu Kang kicks.
Liu Kang.
They're like eaglemen with blue feathers, red shoulder pads, green claws, and beaks.
Yeah.
Get spikers.
I ain't any spikers.
They are weird floating eel things with purple blade hands. Shit, man, these dudes hit hard.
Weird.
And then finally I fought pixies.
Yeah, pixies are just pixies.
Little fairies, Link's buddies, you know.
Yeah, they dropped Turtle Plans number 3 for me.
Ooh, nice.
So I've got
Little
that.
plans for your Ninja Turtles.
My next note is, why did I leave my double beat rune on Ricky Maru?
Not me, man. We all got them. Over on this team, at the Fuck House, we got plenty, or at House Fuck, we got plenty of double B runes. Come by, I'll sell you one. My next note is, sure are a lot of forks in this path here.
There are a lot of forks.
I didn't really make any notes about that. Just it's kind of an annoying dungeon with all the forks.
Yeah, it's just, you know, like they tried with the Alex dungeon and then they haven't done anything
Sindar
since.
ruins, please.
Oh, sorry. Excuse me.
Alex dungeon.
Alex.
At the top of this mountain, Kent is in the position that I sleep in, face down on the ground.
Laid out.
Futch is like, yo, it's Kent. I think it's really funny.
Yeah.
Futch moves to get him, but Humphrey gets in front of him and shuts that shit down immediately.
You could say that Humphrey knows what time it is.
Yes, Humphrey does know what time it is.
Yeah.
And I know what that means now. Suddenly, a screech is audible. And a boss obviously flies in. As music, a worthy foe appears.
Yes, it's a harpy with a radical haircut.
Pink hair, pink wings, bird claws, and big nippleless tits.
Big, beautiful sprite. Like, we've had this, we've had the pest rat, we've had the double-headed snake. There's one more I'm forgetting. What's the other one? The other big, nice-looking sprite that we fought.
Ask me last summer when I played this game.
That might be it. I don't know.
Okay.
Anyway, pretty tough battle.
This is hard.
Yeah?
This was very difficult. It's got a very strong group attack that did 130 damage on everybody.
I had quite the problem because Shin is still fucking here.
Yeah.
But the Spider Slash rune did do pretty cool, and he did do a lot of dodges. Wakaba also got a lot of dodges. Also, I'm sure you didn't, but I used Battle Oath, Rio's.
No, what is that?
It's a Rio's level 3 spell. It heals everybody, but also casts Berserk on everybody, makes them stronger.
My love for you is like a rock.
Yes, Berserker. I also noticed the other day when I was looking at some media from the remaster that they changed the name of Berserk to Angry, or Anger, one or the other.
I think that is actually a positive because I associate Berserk with Final Fantasy.
Yes.
It's probably just a game mechanic in general.
Yes.
And
Yes.
it's not the same kind of spell.
Right, exactly. The harpy will also drop you on your head and unbalance you, which sucks.
I kind of slaughtered this thing. Humphrey did 900 damage on a few of hits, and Flick's spells rocked some shit.
Yeah. Well, what was that?
Flick's spells rocked some shit.
Oh, you used some magic.
I had to because I figured I was going to lose because everybody but Flick was dead at that point. So
Oh, okay. Good. Well,
last ditch effort, Chris.
well, so was Rio knocked out? Oh, so when I beat it, Rio did his little spinny pose. That
Like
he does
the recruitment pose?
No,
Where
the
you
one that
recruit the
the one
harpy?
that he does after he beat that dude up that was trying to hit him with the oar.
Oh,
The dual
Yeah,
victory
yeah.
pose. Yeah.
that's nice.
Anyway, I don't think I've ever seen him do that on a boss battle before.
This was the closest I've come to like losing since the dragon in Suikoden 1.
Oh,
the
yeah.
castle.
Yeah.
That was hard. After the battle, Pempt 2 resumes, and Kent is still face down in a customer pose. Meant to say custom pose.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He can't believe Futch came to save him. Chris, was the harpy going to fuck Kent? Is that what these things do?
I think
He was
harpies
face down.
harpies are typically just ruthless.
I thought they were sex crazed. Or am I thinking about sirens?
I think you're thinking about sirens.
Damn.
Because I think
Now, what do harpies do? Give me some mythological lore about harpies.
Initializing fake net.
Harpies seem originally to have been wind spirits. Their name means snatchers or swift robbers, and they were said to steal food from their victims while they were eating and carry evildoers, especially those who have killed their families, to the Erinyes. When a person suddenly disappeared from the earth, it was said that he had been carried off by the Harpies.
He was naked, right?
I'm thinking about the Harpies. I'm thinking about Harpies in Elden Ring. Like they're really like creepy fucking faces.
Biblical Harpies.
Sure, whatever. I don't know. I don't think Harpies are in the Bible.
Fake net or Harpies in the Bible?
Initializing fake net.
Zechariah chapter 5 verse 9 says, "Then I lifted up my eyes and looked, and there 2 women were coming out with the wind in their wings, and they had wings like the wings of a stork."
They're Greek myths, right? I don't know. Futch gives it to this kid straight. There's no dragons here. That rumor was total shit. You should know better, Kent.
The word he uses is total bull, but close enough.
Kent butts him. But what if there was? If I had a friend who was a dragon knight, I could be proud. Futch cannot believe that shit, but Kent continues. And I heard it, the dragon's cry. Everyone else talked about it. It's real, just above here. That's why I ran up here. Then I fell and twisted my leg. Kent stands up. It's okay now, you see?
I'm like...
It was the harpy, dude. It was the harpy.
How did you get past all those Hawkmen, Kent?
I bet Kent, he's the only person who has enough protein in this entire world because he's the milkman. So he had the stamina to run up here and evade all that stuff.
Maybe it was the black scale.
We get a choice. How'd you get here? Let's hurry back. I ask how he got here.
Yeah.
Kent presents that black scale Chris just mentioned. When he prayed to it, the mist lifted, so there must be a dragon here. And look, I love this ambiguity about that had to do it, right? Your mystical thing. Futch buys into this, but he says it's more important that we get Kent home before he gets sued.
Sued?
For leading a little kid.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
What I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Kent then protest hops. No, Futch, I heard the dragons cry. Last night there was a tremendous beating of wings.
Tremendous beating of wings.
It was fucking harpy. And a cry that could split a stone. It was just ahead. There might be a dragon right there. Let's see. At this point I'm like, okay, great. Double boss fight. Please just let me save.
Yes.
Futch gets angry. There's no way there'd be a dragon around there. And even if there was, Kent counters with that. But what if there is? No irony. This is very funny to me. I love it. This back and forth about who's going to not believe who.
Yeah.
Futch goes on. Even if there was. Humphrey stops this madness and suggests that we just go see.
Do you think that Humphrey is doing this because he's expressing the fact that he gives a shit about Futch?
I think so. And
he's letting...
he's teaching Futch a lesson, hopefully safely, and letting him explore his curiosities, because Futch still is quite young, right? Despite being Dragonman. At this point, I'm convinced I can hear dragon wings beating inside Pempt 2. Please listen and see if you hear it.
Thanks.
Humphrey asked me to stay a bit longer. Futch again says there's no dragons here, and I'm like, how much longer are we going to keep doing it? There's way too many back and forths. Then that wind resumes. I head up top and it gets weird. Suddenly there are a bunch of boiling pools of white liquid. We find Kent at the peak, staring at an egg on a piece of land in the middle of a boiling gravy pool.
Yeah.
Futch cannot believe this shit. Music Sedition alternate plays, and Kent is overjoyed. Quote, I was right. It's an egg, a dragon egg. It has to be. What are you thinking now? Is it a dragon egg? Is this a boss? Is this boy going to get eaten after we just rescued him? What's going to happen?
I'm playing it straight. This is a dragon egg. Okay. This is Futch's arc, right?
Yeah, I just wanted... I wanted someone's curiosity to be punished and not rewarded. Even Alex got out of his shit alive.
If the dragon would have killed Tingar.
Yeah.
I mean, the unicorn.
Yes, if the unicorn would have just gored her immediately.
Yeah. So, Futch says that dragons only lay their eggs in dragon caves. And that got me again wondering about the localization. Is he saying that...
No, dude, Futch just bought into Big Dragon. That's it.
Is he saying that dragons can only lay eggs at Dragon's Den? Do only the Dragon Knights know how to breed the dragon Pokemon?
Futch believes that, but that is not true. Futch has bought into the propaganda of Big Dragon Knight.
Okay.
The world is bigger than he knows.
So the Dragon Rune, which is able to open a portal to the Dragon Dimension to get more dragons, does not have a monopoly on the dragon.
No, there's plenty of wild dragons just squirreling around, laying eggs, and fucking living on Gravy Mountain or whatever.
Yes. Exhibit A, the fucking egg here.
The fucking egg. Right here.
All right. Let's go. Kent's like, well, what the hell's this? He's really gung-ho about Futch becoming a Dragon Knight once again.
There's no other egg that looks like that.
Yeah.
Says the milkman.
Futch steps forward. Humphrey follows. Humphrey says, Captain Joshua of the Dragon Knights once told me that even though dragons only lay eggs in dragon caves, once in a while, a wild dragon appears.
Joshua is full of shit.
If we could find out why, we could probably breed new types of dragons. I was headed to the Great Shrine in Crystal Valley to try to find out more about that, but I never expected that in a place like this.
Kent begs Futch to look closer, then declares that it's a new dragon. Futch screams, no, then I don't need a dragon. Lord TcDohl.
Lord TcDohl.
What the fuck?
You finally got to the point where we could talk about the fucking naming bug.
Okay, because this continued to happen with TcDohl, and I'm like, I imported my save for a reason video game. What are you doing?
So the Tyr McDowell, hero of Suikoden 1, name import bug feature. Non-bug feature.
Non-feature. Is this in both versions of the game? Like, is the Japanese import also fucked up?
No. They fucked it up during the localization when they were fucking around with
There is a scene in History of Violence that me and our buddy Josh quote all the time where William Hurt tells one of his hitmen to kill somebody, a very easy task.
Yeah.
He doesn't kill them and he goes, how do you fuck this up?
Yeah.
How do you fuck that up? How do you fuck that up?
So importing your save, like your hero of destiny is misspelled.
Yes.
Like this is you can't get this wrong.
Yes. So in my patched version, I was so happy to say Lord Tyr.
Lord Tyr.
Yeah.
It is interesting also that it took the last name and not whatever you name him in the first game either. Because it didn't say Lord, well, I called him Tyr as well.
Yeah.
But it didn't say Tyr at all. It just said Lord TcDohl. There was no Tyr.
Yes. They fucked it up by having it overwrite the McDowell characters instead of... Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Yes, very good.
So the default name or the placeholder name is McDowell on there, and then they just...
So if you named him Sammy, it'd say Skitdol.
So when I used to play these games over and over again, I would always name my main character from Suikoden 1 something that started with a...
M.
So it was a McDowell in this game, yeah. But now I finally got Lord Tyr. Hell yeah, buddy.
You should have had me call him Mir.
Mia.
Kent, they were all so nice to me. Everyone was so concerned about me and hoping they could help me find another dragon. That's why I couldn't tell them the truth. I don't want to ride on any dragon besides Black. He was the only one for me. Humphrey then walks up to the egg and draws his sword. Doing the, well, if you don't want it, I'll destroy it bit.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
If you don't want this, I'm going to throw it away.
Yep. It's like King Solomon. I'm going to cut this baby in half.
I thought King Solomon just had a women with multiple, or a harem. That's all I remember from Solomon.
Probably. No, he's the one that the two women were arguing about the possession of a baby or something.
Possession of baby.
And he was going to, I don't know how they got this baby confused, but...
He's going to Kung Lao split him?
He's like, I'm going to cut him in half and give you each a half.
Reasonable, yeah.
And then the woman that would say, no, you take...
Is the proper,
even the
good mother.
That
the Bible is full of parables.
That doesn't work out, the facts and logic don't work out.
Vintage Old Testament shit.
Yeah. Anyway.
Our choice is what, why, or maybe that's the best.
What, why?
I ask what, why because I pressed the button too quickly. Can't believe this shit either. Humphrey then turns to look back at us.
He blinks.
Dragon pups are weak creatures. With no mother or knight to care for it, it will weaken and die. And if it did live, but without a master, it would be no more than a monstar to terrorize the humans. Kent uses that as reason enough for Futch to care for this dragon, and he begs Futch to stop Humphrey's actions. Futch does nothing. Then Kent stares at Rio. Then will you stop it, mister? It's a dragon egg after all we've gone through. It works. The music stops, and Futch begs Humphrey to wait. Futch steps up to the plate. Humphrey sheathes his sword. Then what happens?
A dragon Pokemon emerges from the egg and whelps a few times.
The egg audibly cracks first.
He's a little guy.
Small dude.
Little guy. No one can believe it, though.
Neither can Futch.
Nope. Heart-softening BGM. Humphrey says, I've never seen such a small dragon, and I've never even heard of a white dragon.
But Humphrey asks why Futch stopped him. Humphrey then lays it down hard. It wouldn't be a betrayal to have a new dragon. My memories of Black's death are precious, but I won't have to forget that. And it's no reason to close the door to the future.
Wolf translation. Memories of death are precious.
Is this our most, on the surface, moralizing life lesson, fable shit?
Yeah. I mean...
in the middle of this game?
Well, this is optional.
Yes, this whole thing's optional. We should have said that.
But I think
we're learning an important... This is a very special episode of Suikoden.
Yeah, we are learning a very important lesson. But it's very similar to the Hicks and Tengar thing.
If your friend dies, you can get a new friend?
No. In terms of like, there's a very surface level lesson that these characters are going through here.
Believe in unicorns if they're real.
Yes. Futch spits more dots. He steps forward, bends over, and tells the little guy that there's nothing to be afraid of. I christen you Bright.
Grown.
Futch has now Christian dragon, a dragon of Christ. When you christen something, don't you make it Christ-like or something?
I don't know, Christopher.
The scene, I think, has like 0 emotional impact if you didn't play the first game.
Yeah, it's just, I imagine it must be wild if you just met this dragon dude and he's communicating with the dragon.
Yeah, but since we have played the first game, I kind of love it. Yeah. It's sweet. Like Futch finally gets his comeuppance a little bit.
It's like a true sequel to his character.
And we talked about this early on in the podcast, but like Murayama, he chose to build out the world rather than trying to deal with 3D graphics at this point in time. Oh. And
that's what he said. But
that's what he said. And
this guy named Hideo Kojima has all the money at Konami right now.
Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah, it's just what's going on. But so building out the world of Suikoden meant giving these vignettes of characters, these reoccurring characters that we'd see over and over again throughout the years in the various games.
And unlike Hicks and Tengard that just relived the same thing, this is like a true sequel.
Yes, absolutely. So this is probably, unless there's something that I'm forgetting, this is probably my favorite kind of side quest that has to deal with the first.
I'm
game.
ultimately for it. I think it was a little too weirdly drawn out. Like a lot of things here, very surface, but overall it was a positive experience.
Yeah.
It comes back and we're down the mountain a bit. Humphrey thanks Rio and would like to repay the favor. Quote, if we can ever be of your assistance, please ask. We get a choice. Will you fight with us? Or Dots?
Will you fight with us?
I ask what I must, Chris.
Yes.
Humphrey replies, of course, for you, I will wield this sword again. Futch too. I, Futch, former 9th rank Dragon Knight, will fight by your side. Fade to black. Chris, tell me all about Humphrey and Futch.
Well, they haven't officially joined yet here. I've got to fade out to the town, then we part with Kent, who tells us to fight hard.
If you listen carefully, plays.
Yes. Futch says, I think it plays. Futch said something, but I pressed the button too quickly. Sorry.
Futch says he'll be a Dragon Knight again next time they meet.
Gotcha.
They agree not to forget their promises. Kent attempts to return Black's scale, but Futch tells Kent to keep it as proof of his promise. Humphrey and Futch officially join the group.
I like how we get double fist pumps for that too. I love it.
It's nice. They stacked them.
Let's talk about Humphrey. Humphrey, do you remember what Humphrey's last name is?
Beauregard?
Mintz. Humphrey Mintz, who is the 10U star, the Star of Bravery. An actual fitting star for somebody, I guess. He is, of course, a combatant in the game. His weapon, do you remember his weapon, Eric?
Sword.
Yes, it is a sword. It's the Masamune, the Murasame, or the Muramasa.
That's right. The Demon Blade, the Sephiroth, or the Chrono Trigger.
Yes. Yeah, He has no unite attacks. It's weird that him and Futch don't have a unite attack.
They're not an equal partnership. It's like a parent-son thing.
My new dad attack.
Yeah.
Me and my new dad unite attack. Humphrey is a support unit in war battles that provides 0 attack and 2 defense. Heavy armor can take up 3 swords of damage. His wounded quote, you want to guess?
Dots.
Death quote?
Dots.
Yep. Secret number 1, Humphrey, age 35, from the Torn Republic. Note.
Jesus, I'm 4 years older than Humphrey is.
Former
wizened old man. Father.
Former commander of the Scarlet Moon Empire Elite Guard, which we knew that from his conversations with somebody. Matthew, maybe? Secret number 2, thanks to the heavy armor that Humphrey wears in combat, he can take 1 more unit of damage than normal units. It would be a good idea to put him in a unit that takes damage easily. Secret number 3, he was captain of the Scarlet Moon Empire's elite guard, but was forced out after trying to save a village from being massacred. He doesn't like to talk about it. That's why he has dots. We played the first game. Come on now.
PTSD.
Secret number 4, when he was in the Torn Liberation Army, he used to fight alongside Flick. That's not worthy of secret number 4. I think that should have been better.
It's a secret to Rio.
It's true. No suggestions, of course. His armor does transfer over from the first game to the new game. So if you got the Windspun armor, then you should have it now.
Okay. I will check that. I forgot. I remember I did. I think I made a special note to go do that.
Cook-off introduction. I've heard a rumor that Humphrey likes to eat Western food. It could be true. It's Humphrey!
Hamburger boy. When you hear Western food, what's your gut?
What's my gut like?
What is your
I'm thinking
first thing in your head response?
I'm thinking hamburgers.
I'm thinking baseball game food.
Yeah.
Before it got all fucking weird.
Yeah.
Hamburgers, hot dogs, fries.
Yeah.
Coke, a cola.
Maybe a steak.
Eh.
Tater tots. Futch. Futch is the Chibi star. The lead star. He wields the spear? The Berserk, the Sigmund, or the Sigurd?
The Bard, the Ronnie, or the Sigurd?
He can participate in the Pretty Boy attack, which is also translated as the Cutie Boy attack, along with Luke and a character we don't have.
Who's Luke? Oh, Luck.
Luck.
Of course.
Secret number 1, Futch, age 14. From the Dragon Knight's domain. Note, former Dragon Knight. Secret number 2, he was once a full-fledged Dragon Knight, but it seems he was dismissed from the order after he lost his mount, Black. Secret number 3, he's been depressed ever since his War Dragon Black died while protecting his life. Secret number 4, it looks like he was on his way to the Great Shrine in Crystal Valley to find out how to get a new dragon. We already knew all those fucking facts, Richmond.
Do you think Humphrey actually expected to find a dragon out in the wild, or is this just a forever activity for his adopted son?
It's possible, but I mean, he legitimately was going to Harmonia, which...
To read more about it.
Yes,
yeah, okay.
yes. So, suggestion box.
Do you think they only joined us because they don't have to do that anymore? Go to Harmonia to read more
Yeah,
about
it's
it.
true. Well, they can't get to Harmonia until the war's over, so you might as well expedite that, right?
Sure.
Suggestion box. Thanks. Thank you for saving Bright. I'll take good care of him. I promise. Cook-off introduction. Our guest from the Dragon Caves. It's Futch. We hope he's hungry. Great. You want to hear some fun trivia about Futch?
I'd love to.
He's the only character that is playable in the first 3 games.
Wow.
Yeah. There are characters that appear in all 3 games, but like in terms of being a playable party member, he's the only one.
Is it in one specific scenario of 3, or does it not matter?
No, he's a Star of Destiny in 3. What do you mean? Oh, you're talking about the split scenarios in 3?
Yeah, aren't there? Don't you select one main character?
You do, but you play every scenario. And then you
okay.
select which of those 3 characters you want to be your champion or whatever.
I see. I was unaware. I thought it was some Witcher 2 stuff.
No. You get everything. There's a canonical choice, though.
Chris, let's head south to the Muse Matilda border where there's birds chirping and I start lurking.
Yeah.
Fucking Miklotov is out here alone. He sees my approach and asks if I'm also going to Muse. I must beg you, will you let me accompany you? I must cross the border, but the guards are looking out for me. I'm too conspicuous alone. I'm wondering, like, he doesn't have a guide. He doesn't know where he is in the world. He's just looking.
He's never left these borders.
Right. I mean, he has under the command of horses and shit like that. But like, I think I'm projecting privilege onto him, even if I'm not sure it's actually there. But that's my headcanon there.
Yeah.
My head fiction. We can reply, I can't, or okay.
Sure.
I say okay, and Miklotov swears on his honor he will not forget this. He joined the level 35, and I put his ass in the convoy.
The thing says Miklotov convoy joins the party.
Great, Miklotov convoy.
It's weird. Like, you know.
God Jinrai.
Optimus Prime. Yeah. I kick out Wakaba so I can run back and meet LC-chan.
You do.
I do. I go all the way back there. He's there at the inn eating like Goku. He looks like an intense kung fu master. He says a strong body is the root of any great fighter, and the root of a great body is eating great food. Can't argue with you there, LC-chan.
No, I will argue with that.
Yeah,
That's not, I don't know.
We gotta eat great food. Like, great is a relative term.
You can eat great food and get a pretty piss-ass body.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Pizza is great food, Chris.
No, I mean great food, like great nutrition.
Earth grains.
Sure.
Bananas.
Anyway, we can't
Nuts.
we can't get LC-chan yet if he's a Star of Destiny. I'm pretty sure he is. As we try to pass through the checkpoint, the guard warns us that it's very dangerous right now with the refugee hunt going on right now.
Miklotov is immediately identified as Miklotov, which Miklotov damns.
Damn.
Idiot. Not even a disguise, Chris.
No.
Not even a Reinbach III shit.
No.
We get a choice. Pass by force or do not resist. Am I forcing or am I not resisting? Are these choices or dialogue?
I think they're
Like
choices.
pass by force or do not resist? Like, do I tell them do not resist? Or do I tell them pass by? Like, what the fuck what kind of test is this?
I hit pass by force and
All
he tries to shove his way through.
One guard says that Sir Camus sent them a message. It said, we will not interfere with your secret mission. Please be careful.
Yeah.
I think they're just letting Miklotov do this. Like, okay, buddy, your secret mission.
Yeah.
Nothing's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Right as we reach the edge of the screen, Miklotov parties out and wistfully says Camus' name.
They're boys. Now we're back in Muse territory.
Adventurous Journey plays, but that's not right anymore, is it?
Yeah, I think the world map music is back to what it was before. I got real confused. I couldn't even figure it out. My brain was broken.
I just fought one new enemy out here on the way down.
I got 2.
Okay, what'd you fight?
Time Knight.
The little bitty buddy knight guy, very cute.
Yeah, he's a clockwork knight with a watch face shield.
Paparishu is the ultimate clockwork knight, and he does not look like these gentlemen.
Okay. I think the ultimate clockwork knight is Kanto, but
what's Kanto?
He's a comic book character, like for kids. He's cute. He's beautiful. I'll show you a picture sometime. Also, there's white tigers out here.
We didn't say that on the Clockwork Night their shields are spinning clocks.
Oh, I said that.
Okay.
I think. Run it back. There's also white tigers out here. You know what's important about white tigers?
You can clean their clocks?
No, they drop double beat runes, and I fought them for half an hour and got 0.
You got nothing.
Yeah.
When you fought them, Chris, did you reload states until the loot came up, or did you actually battle them?
I actually battled them.
Nice.
Yeah.
You know if that would work.
I did it while I was doing it, like had other things going on.
Oh, yeah. Definitely when I podcast, listen to, and I grind in this video.
Yeah.
Can I tell you about my time in quarantine?
Oh, yeah. I'd love to hear
Sorry.
that. Yeah, no.
If you listen carefully, please. I'm just seeing what's up. First dude I ran into asked if there's a Matilda night with me.
Oh.
Miklotov, wear a disguise, please.
Yes.
I do love the idea of the weirdly sheltered knight who is horrible at trying to be a regular person.
Mm-hmm.
Most other NPCs here comment on the occupation and that Highland soldiers are eating up all their meat. At the bar, a guy says something so terrible is happening in Muse, he can't just keep working. And that's all I got.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you could go there.
But next time, we're going to go to Muse and see this terrible thing that this guy just cannot bear to see.
Yes. I mean, it's basically a goddamn Holocaust.
Yeah, I did not see this coming.
I didn't remember this happening.
I was like, what game are we watching? This is crazy.
Oh, you want to consult the RealNet?
Yes.
Initializing RealNet.
Eric Vernon says, Jesus Christ, Eric LMAO.
For what infraction was...
Not sure. It was at 7-8 says, break your vow by burning down your lord's castle. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Show me mean business.
7-8 says, a recruiter came to our band class once. They told me I'd have to cut my hair to join the army band, so I told them I wasn't interested.
He's so bad at his job. The army band, because the army is a band.
Shy Guy 32 says, all space cops are space bastards.
By definition.
Eric Vernon says, this guy wanted to buy a sexy native costume for Halloween, but unfortunately, Matilda is too woke.
This is true, yeah. They've got them all out of here.
The woke mob will cancel us all. We almost killed Eric Vernon, who is cutting vegetables right now. Sorry.
You gotta be careful. Some people's cutting techniques where they hold a vegetable in their hand and cut it.
Oh, yeah.
No way. I need a cutting board for all cutting activities. Even then, when I slice garlic too thin, it's like... Ugh.
Apparently, people thought you were saying Mount Ratatouille.
May have been in there.
See the Power LLC says, nah, dude, Big Dragon Knight is the one truth. Just don't talk about ice.
He's bought in.
TcDohl.
Is Dragon Knight a Pokemon?
Yeah, but it wasn't written. Dragon Knight is a Pokemon, but this was written as Dragon Knight. Okay. Squeak says he's 14. He's a year away from being a JRPG protagonist. Yeah, he can.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Can't die now. Kent the Milkman, Star of Earthbound 4.
Squeak says Suikoden 2. Feel-good dragon subplots followed by horrible war crimes. Yeah, we got more war crimes coming up real soon.
There's the big one.
Yeah, real big ones. Speaking of real big ones, thanks, RealNet, for another real big episode tonight. We appreciate you all tuning in, and we'll see you next time. This episode is a production of Retrograde Amnesia, recorded on January 25th, 2023. Find us on Twitter at RetroAmnesiaPod. Email the podcast at podcast@retrogradeamnesia.com. Support us on Patreon, patreon.com/RetroAM. Get that Panzer Dragoon podcast out there. It's out there, dude, for $5.
18 of them.
18. It's good. Thanks, Mark
Shepard.
for the introductory music.
You're welcome, Chris.
Until next time, Eric.
Soulsuck.mp3.
He's about to get his soul sucked.
And now you may go back to sleep. You need any pickles? Need a pickle?
Let's give me another pickle.
All right.
Let me re-pickle myself. You fish a pickle out of your pickle hole.
Oh, okay. Well,
next podcast we do that's not taking place at 7:00 at night.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm gonna do some Soylent.
Okay.
Make a note.
All right.
Energy drinks and Soylent, double fisting.
Okay.
Both at the same time.
All right.
Fizz up that Soylent.
All right. Yeah.
FizzySoylent.com.
I need to know in advance so I don't eat like breakfast or whatever. I need to skip one meal. Have you seen Star Wars Andor?
No.
Oh, you should watch that fucking shit.
Yeah, if I had Disney Plus, probably would.
You want my dad's login?
No, it's fine.
Never mind. There's a thing about vows in that. Okay. You see how much money that fucking New York spent in overtime?
Yeah, I saw that picture of all their cars that are like repurposed Lamborghinis and shit like that.
Anyway, how was senior in high school?
Mm-hmm.
Army recruiter came to my house. Did they come to your house?
Door knocking. No, I got him like outside GameStop or whatever.
Oh no, I got a door knocker and he came in and I I didn't know how to react to it because like
shut the door.
The disposition of an army man is like intimidating to a 17-year-old or whatever. And he's like, what are you going to do? What are you going to go to college for? I'm like, I don't know, computers or something?
Yeah, computers or something.
We got computers in the Army.
Do they play Diablo too? Fuck no.
We can show you how to do computers in the Army. And so he was like, you think about this, and then we could talk more at the subway on Saturday at 1 p.m. or whatever. And
meet me at the subway.
He said, meet me at the subway. And I said, okay. And he's like, you're not going to stand me up, are you? And I'm like, no, I'll be there. And he's like,
what
all right.
the fuck, dude?
I'll be there. He's like, all right, I'll see you at the subway.
Yeah. Did you go to the subway, Chris?
No.
What you lied to him?
I didn't know what to say.
He thought he had a mark, and you were his mark.
Fuck him.
Just say no.
Fuck him. I don't want to die.
I don't want to die either. That's why I didn't join the Army a month before 9/11 happened.
Yeah. Jesus. That wasn't a month. It was like 2 years.
For me, it was.
Oh, okay.
10 days later, 9/11.
Yeah.
He also says he wants to beat the shit out of his own kid. Quote, I need to give him a good scolding, which is code for I need to beat my son.
Okay.
What? It is.
No, I'm saying okay because I just said that.
All right.
It's amazing how clean this podcast comes out when we're done with editing it.
We can cross the border.
Cross the border and see some shit.
Do you want to see the shit or do you want to get to the shit?
It's a lot of shit.
It is a whole bunch of shit.
I think maybe we should see the shit.
I think we should get to the shit.
Get to the shit?
Yeah.
Then bail on the shit.
Yeah, bail on the shit.
Bail on the shit. Okay.
So
and then start the next one with the strong shit. All right.
Open with some shit.
Open with some shit. All right, let's do it.
We're here to guard the robot, not to make jokes at its expense.
Let's see here.